Patrick has been working for a big company for 20 years after graduating from fancy university, and he had climbed to the top of his career ladder, and he did a lot for his company. But 15 minutes ago, his boss told him to come into his office, and the boss handed in a pink slip. Patrick was discouraged because he had 3 kids and a mortgage, but the boss told him that it was the only way for the company to save some extra money. There was nothing private, but he had to be dismissed. Patrick was standing in front of his boss and thinking about the future actions, what to do, to look for another job or to go on vacation after getting a golden parachute. He was remembering his first day at this company pretty well. He was 26, young and brave, and he was looking for a dream work, for a dream job. After a dozen of interviews, he saw an advertisement in a local newspaper, and he liked the position, so he applied for a job there. And later he was invited to have a job interview, and after some questions, after answering them and telling about his achievements, general background, and about his internships, Patrick was offered a job. Of course, he was surprised, but that was how he landed a job at this company. But his boss told him that he had to work hard. And when Patrick agreed, he couldn't imagine how hard he had to work. His typical day started at 7 o'clock, and he rushed to his work. He checked the email, returned phone calls, attended business meetings, ran financial reports, and things like that. It seemed to him that he worked 24/7, and his working day lasted till late evening, and of course at last he was exhausted, overworked, and sleep deprived. His parents worried about him very much because they knew how it was to be workaholic. And his father told him that Patrick wasn't happy at his job, and he even offered him to go on a strike. But of course, Patrick couldn't do that, and he kept working. But once he was ready to give a 2 weeks notice, when his boss yielded him in front of the whole office, but he didn't do that again because he was sure that to resign wasn't a good way, because his wife was on a maternity leave, and he couldn't stop working and just leave his family without any income. So again, he kept working, and he couldn't believe that he was dismissed after so many years of his good work for this company. But anyway, and moreover, it was his birthday. He never liked his boss, and so did he. And Patrick decided to tell everything to his boss about nepotism and about the conditions of work. And when he finished his speech and was ready to leave the office, the lights went off, and he saw a lot of flashing lights and a bunch of balloons and a happy birthday banner and his co-workers yelling surprise. He was very surprised, of course, and his boss patted him on his back with a red face from laughter, and he told that no one was going to fire Patrick, but that was enough, and Patrick told him that it was he who decided to quit a job right now for real.